Living in Korea has been one of the most pain-ridden experiences of my life. I've been here for about 3 years now as a student, and from the very start people avoided me like the plague. I was overweight, I had a beard, and in a country where aesthetics often dictate social contact, I stood out. Not in a good way. South Korea barely had a foreign population until the past 20 years, and that unfamiliarity has turned into a quiet form of racism. Both Koreans and foreigners alike kept their distance, and I kept sinking deeper into loneliness. A year later, I enrolled in a university in Seoul. I did make a few close friends, but by then my mind had already been saturated with doubt. I kept wondering if any of these relationships were genuine. I tried hard, too hard maybe. I remembered birthdays, I organized parties. I listened to their doubts. I helped emotionally, even financially when I could. And yet, when I was the one feeling low, I would have been lucky to get a single "Are you okay?" from my so-called closest friends. Forget anyone remembering my own birthday. Meanwhile, the distance and time difference eroded what little I had left with my old friends back home. They argued, they split apart, and eventually, they stopped talking to me too. And so I was trapped, doubtful of my friendships here and cut off from the ones I once trusted back home. 9 months ago, I thought maybe dating could help. Maybe connection in another form, but women avoided me. Some even screamed when I turned a corner. Not because of any deformity, but because to them, I was the deformity. 9 months on dating apps. Only 2 matches, both ghosted me. And as everyone around me built their lives, moved forward, continued, I stayed stuck in this limbo. I've always called myself a realist, not a pessimist. I've always been grateful for small things. I never thought I was ugly. Never thought I was handsome either. I just trusted my personality. But here, I've been reduced to nothing more than an exotic prop. People talk to me in public not because they care, but because they want to brag later. I talked to a foreigner today. That's all I am to them, something to show off. And slowly I began to see myself as hideous. Every morning brushing my teeth feels like punishment, because it means I have to look in the mirror. I take care of myself. I exercise, I keep clean. I care for my hair, even my skin. Not for others and for me. But it's hard to care when no one else sees me as human. For a long time, drinking became my one friend. It was my gateway to social interactions. The only time people invited me was when they needed another body at the table, or another wallet to split the bill. And for that, I drowned myself in alcohol. But this year, I stopped. 11 months sober. And while that's progress, and it also stripped me of the only social life I ever had. Now I feel like a coat hanger, an item. Only remembered when needed, forgotten when not. And at the center of it all is just me, very, very lonely me. But here's the dilemma. I am too grateful for the gift of life to do anything to hurt myself. Yet I can't deny the way the walls are closing in. So what's the solution? Maybe it's this: to stop chasing people who only see me as a utility. To stop pouring energy into connections that only drain me. Maybe the solution is to focus on myself, my health, my hobbies, my passions, until the right people find me, or I find them. Because humans are social creatures, yes. But the wrong company can be lonelier than being alone. I can't keep lying to myself and saying I don't need people. But I can tell myself this: I don't need everyone. I just need someone real. And maybe the real solution is patience. Not to wait passively, but to wait while building myself. To create a life that feels whole with or without company. The dilemma is that I'm tired, I'm hurt, and I don't know how long I can hold on. But the solution, the hope, is that loneliness is not permanent. It changes, life changes, and until it does, I'll keep showing up for myself. Because even if no one else does, at the very least, I still have me.